Hello, everybody. Welcome to Food is the Best Medicine, Soul, Body, and Mind. This is Zana Clark, your host and Executive Wellness and Leadership Coach. And happy holidays. So, this is the time of year when all my clients are asking me for quick, simple, nutritious, and delicious appetizers and desserts. So for this whole month, I am providing additional holiday support for free. And part of that support will be providing you with recipes of these actually very simple and very delicious appetizers and desserts that you can have at your home, or you can take them with you when you go out to a party or another type of event. And they make you feel good. And because they're nutritious, they're foods that you can love that love you back. So today I'm going to highlight a very simple one. It is Olive Tapenade. So how many people know what Olive Tapenade is? Some say yes, some say no, all the time whenever I ask about this question. But this is a very simple recipe. It basically uses olives, capers, olive oil, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of parsley. You can add some pimentos to it if you want to, and you blend it in the food processor, and then you have olive tapenade. So why is olive tapenade a nutritious and delicious little appetizer for you to have? Mostly because of the olives, and then the second ingredient, the capers. So we all know about the benefits of olive oil, and when we eat the food, we not only get the benefits of the oil, but you get the benefits of the food itself, which is going to give you fiber, it's going to give you more antioxidants, it's even more anti-inflammatory than the oil itself. You get a higher content of the monounsaturated fats, right? And the monounsaturated fats are the ones that are anti-inflammatory. Because of the fat content of the olives, it also helps to stabilize our blood sugar. So our goals during this holiday support for greater health, wealth, and happiness are twofold. One is to reduce our stress, and two is to keep the pounds off. So when we can stabilize the blood sugar by eating some appetizers that have a higher healthy fat content, that helps to keep the blood sugar stabilized. And when we do that, we get two effects. One, it is going to reduce cortisol, which is going to reduce our stress response. And two, it's going to stabilize the absorption of the sugar into the bloodstream, which is going to control insulin, which is our fat storage hormone. So just with this simple little appetizer, you can make a big dent in how much you eat at that particular event and how stressed you are at that particular event. So of course, no one dish does it all, but when you do a little bit and a little bit and a little bit and a little bit each day this month, you're going to find that by the end of the month, you will have experienced less stress. You will be calmer. You will be more centered. You will be more loving and creative for all the family that's going to be around you. And you will not have gained the weight. So those are our two focuses for our journey over the next 21 days. It's like a 21-day challenge, right? 21-day challenge to stress less and keep off the pounds. How about that? So how do we make this delicious little thing? First, we're going to use olives, and we're using black olives for this particular recipe. You can use calamate olives as well. I like using the black olives. They're just a little bit more mild than the calamate olives. Our second main ingredient that we're using are capers, right? So these are just a brand of capers that I got at Harris Teeter. And then we're going to use some olive oil, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of salt, of course, and I always advocate using Celtic sea salt or Himalayan pink sea salt. so that you get all the minerals in with this as well. And that's pretty much the ingredients. So if you'd like a copy of the recipe, this whole month I'm posting new recipes never used before with any of my clients. They are a packet, an ebook of desserts and recipes that you can love, that all love you back, because they are quick, simple, nutritious, and delicious. So you can click on the link that's attached to this posting, and you can attain your copy of all of the recipes, several of which I will be demoing all this month. So you can get today's recipe right there. All right. So now I'm going to just set up my little food processor here and plug it in so we're ready to go. Okay, so we have our our olives, and I'm going to add them in. We have capers. I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of capers. So I'm adding that in, and I like to put a little bit of the juice in with the capers. And I didn't talk about capers. First of all, most people don't know what it is, but really it's the fruit. It's off of a bush. It's called the caper bush. And the fruit, it's kind of like the seeds, the fruit, is actually very high in antioxidants. So it's very good, like this time of year when we are under more stress and we're running all around, we may not be getting enough sleep, and your inflammation does go up when you don't get enough sleep and you're under stress and you're not eating all of the proper things. And when inflammation goes up, it creates free radicals in the body that are disease promoting. So we want to eat more foods that are high in antioxidants, and capers, these little tiny little things, capers, are very high in antioxidants. So they're great to put in. So we're going to add a couple of tablespoons of capers. And now we just add our kind of the dressing for it. So we have olive oil, parsley, and lemon. So I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. I always use the extra virgin olive oil. I also tend to use the organic olive oil. And we just have a small amount of lemon. The lemon is added to taste. So depending how lemony you like your tapenade to be. So I'm using just 1/8 of the lemon. And I have about 1/4 cup of parsley that I'm adding. I'm going to show you kind of what this looks like in a minute. And I will add a little bit of the sea salt. So I'm choosing to use the Celtic sea salt. In general, I like to use the Celtic sea salt for my cooking, and then the Himalayan sea salt if I'm salting something after I'm cooking. But I tend not to salt very often after I'm cooking. And that's how you can keep your sodium intake down. And especially if you have blood pressure, then this is the time of year where you definitely want to focus on keeping the stress down and keeping the sodium down, okay? So now we have all of the ingredients in there. So that we have the olives, we have the capers, we have the olive oil. It's all in the food processor, looking just like this. I'm adding the food processor back over here so I can operate it next to the plug. And in just a second, we will have our tapenade. Lock the food processor in place. And just blend. It's magical. And it just takes a couple of minutes. And we have Tapenade. So this is what it looks like in the blender. I'm going to put it in the bowl. Now you may ask, what do you eat this with? So you have choices. You can eat this with crackers, of course. You can eat this with pita chips, or you could be nutritious and eat it with carrot or celery. So I'm going to demonstrate in just a moment what you can do with the celery. Okay, so I just love this recipe because it's so simple, and you can see that in 5 minutes you can have an appetizer to take to an event. And now we have a simple appetizer that you can take to an event. And when you eat this along with the celery, you're definitely getting a double benefit for those of you with blood pressure, because the celery is very high in potassium. It helps to balance sodium, right? That is absolutely delicious. I added the perfect amount of lemon to it, and your guests will be happy. So I hope you've enjoyed this particular demonstration. Quick, simple, nutritious, and delicious appetizer for the holidays. Join us every Monday, every Friday for the rest of this year. I will be providing some type of a holiday tip. It's either going to be for the body in terms of a food demo, a dessert, an appetizer for the holidays, or it's going to be something that will help you stress less, sleep well, be in the right mindset so that you can start to create a solid wellness foundation to go into 2022 for greater health, wealth, and happiness. So we look forward to seeing you. Click on the link below to get your copy of the recipes. Join us over on the private Facebook group. There will be a section called Guide, and we will house all of the videos from the whole holiday support on that private Facebook group under the Guide section, so you can easily find all of the videos in one place. And comment, post some pictures. I'd love to see the recipes that you choose to make from the recipe packet. I'd love to hear responses that you have or that other people make about the foods that you make. And if you have your own creations, share those, because this is the time for all of us coming together as community to make this an enriched holiday experience. So I'll look forward to seeing you next Monday, and I will be sharing with you 3 tips to avoid the pounds, and then again every Friday and Monday for the rest of the month. So have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. See you on Monday with Food is the Best Medicine, Soul, Body, and Mind. And let's see, do we have any questions, Michelle?
Well, I have a comment. Oh, actually, one question is, can you use this like kind of as to spread on bread, like, on a sandwich?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, would that be a healthy, like, instead of
Yeah,
avocado?
actually, you could have this as breakfast. Like, instead of having avocado toast for breakfast, you could do an Olive Tapenade toast. That would be absolutely delicious. And of course, I would recommend using a gluten-free whole grain bread. And then just spread it on there, and it will be absolutely delicious. So yes, do it like that. You can use this as a snack. You can also use it as a topping for dinner. So tapenade, olive tapenade is good on chicken. So you could do like baked chicken and have olive tapenade as the topping on it, or even fish. Right.
Would you bake it on the topping, or just put the topping on after you bake the chicken?
I think I would probably just put the topping on it afterwards. Like, you could heat it up a little bit so it's not cold on top of your warm fish, and then just put it right on there. Yeah.
That's a great idea. Multiple uses for this dish. And I have to tell you, I was looking for an appetizer idea for a Christmas party I'm going to, and this is what I'm going to do.
Oh, very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely do this one, and then you could serve it with the carrots and the celery, so you get some coloring. Like this is a nice color combination,
Mhm.
and you could have a little piece of lemon in it like this, so you have a lot of color. And
Yeah.
if you add some little pimentos to it, you get a little red in there as well. And that would make it look beautiful for an appetizer to take to
Mm,
someone's home.
wonderful. I'm sure
So
everyone will enjoy
wonderful.
it. Yes.
So click on the link, everybody, get your copy of the recipes. Hop on over to the private Facebook group, Real Food, Real Joy, Real Healing. Post some comments, share. Join us for the rest of this month. I'll look forward to seeing you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.